Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. That means it's time for Monday Night Raw. We're going to see the fallout from the Perth experiment that was Elimination Chamber, where we saw Drew McIntyre and Becky Lynch come out ahead. We also had the Kabuki Warriors in the pre-show hold on to their titles. There was a tag team match that I don't know if anybody cared about, but the Judgment Day did retain their titles. And then we had the Grayson Waller effect, where got set up a match for tonight where we got Grayson Waller versus Cody Rhodes. We also have the New Day going up against Imperium in a, I'm pretty sure that's a no rules match, but I could be wrong on that one. But it is happening tonight. Should be a pretty good one. And then, yeah, the main event wasn't very great. Both women became exhausted, and it finally ended as Rhea Ripley won the match over Nia Jax. So we don't know Nia Jax plans for Mania, but I'm sure they'll have something. She could even still, Becky's humped, and maybe they put somebody else in Becky's place, and Becky wrestles Nia at Mania, which would make a lot of sense to me. But I don't know who they would have wrestle Rhea, because Rhea doesn't have real storylines going on. So they would have to find somebody else. I know that Tiffany had a huge following after her. A lot of the Perthians definitely love her. Anyways, Dee will be in here in a few minutes. If I haven't got to your comments, which I have not, they're over there. There's actually a water bottle also. But anyways, and that's all they're showing us right now is the fallout from. Anyways, the fallout from the experiment in the Down Under by putting a female in the main event. I don't know if that hurt or helped. I haven't looked at the statistics. But it's all good. I don't think anybody really complained. Oh, yeah, we have Sami and Shinsuke Nakamura also happening tonight. That should kick off his road to WrestleMania. If he's going to WrestleMania, I'm assuming they're going to put him in a WrestleMania match. Will he be a babyface or will he be a heel by then? I think it would be very nice if he was in the chamber. I know they didn't do that, but they should have, and just had him lose. And so he could come back out with that old Fidel Castro storyline that he had. The conspiracy guy. All right, well, they're bringing out Rhea Ripley right now. Are they still in Perth? I would assume they're back in America. But here she comes in long pants tonight. She's not wearing those short things that she had on at the Elimination Chamber. If you guys can check that out, you might want to go do that. She had butt cheeks hanging out the whole match. She wanted to make sure nobody was turning the channel. Here she comes. I'm assuming they're back in America because what's his name is there, McAfee. She is South Australia's Woman of the Year. It goes to show you that there must not be a lot of good women down in South Australia because she hasn't really done anything except for be a wrestler, right? Has she done more? Do they not have tennis players down there? Good soccer program. Anyways, it does look like it's going to be Becky as of now. One-on-one with Rhea. And, I'm saying hopefully Becky can pull that one out. I don't see it happening. Becky hasn't done a lot lately. So I could definitely see her losing. Monday Night Raw brings you Rhea Ripley. She is in the ring. Still looking like Jigsaw, especially when she does her hair like that. Like the guy with the the white clown face on the Saw, whatever it's called, movie. She walked into the country as champion. She left the country as champion. It's like she has so much talent to be a good promo, but she botches it and says stupid shit. And I don't know if they just give her freedom and say, do whatever you want. But that was terrible. Alright, here's Becky. She got a star. When she puts her legs together, she's got a star there. Down by her knees. Very, very strange outfit. Looking like Michael Jackson from the 80s. You know what she's doing. Definitely good to see the man at WrestleMania. The only active woman on the roster right now that's healthy, the only active, healthy woman to ever wrestle main event of WrestleMania. And that's a big deal. Like, I don't know if anybody realizes how big of a deal that is, but it's massive that women headline a WrestleMania.
Never happen.
It will. I don't think it will ever see it again. The only way they could possibly do it is if they can take Rhea's character and put it into another stratosphere and have her wrestle Bianca. And then some of the men are injured, like Roman. Yeah. Say in like 2 years. Seth is injured. They might be able to pull it off with those two in the main event. But they have to keep them away from each other.
True.
That would be the only way I could see that happen. He just lost to Nia clean. And then she just beat Nia clean.
No. You a loser face now, Becky.
She lost to some nobody in NXT. Lost the title. And then she lost to Nia. Like, I don't understand how she has the opportunity. I like her. I obviously deserve, as she is the only woman to ever main event WrestleMania, the only woman to ever win the main event at WrestleMania.
Right.
That's huge.
Yes.
Becky's never done that.
No.
There's a good possibility she will never main event a pay-per-view in her hometown.
In her home country?
Because they just don't do them in Ireland very often.
True. Did you...
No, I haven't done anything. Over there.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody in the chat. We've got Walter with us tonight. Sophie, Harley, Robert Warney's with us. Brandon Stevens. Hey, everybody. How did everybody's weekend go this weekend? Did you guys get a chance to watch Elimination Chamber? I know some of you joined us on, or me and Travis, on Saturday morning. Some of you came in a little bit later, but hopefully you got a chance to watch the whole pay-per-view. Walter says, hey Travis, I'd after Raw tonight. I'm ready. I saw replays of Chamber pay-per-view, good matches. Ripley Anderson, Hall of Fame, 4 Horsemen.
Ooh.
Ole Anderson.
Ole died, huh? I thought he was dead.
Walter says, okay, at 9:05 I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday for EW still in chat. Sophie says, hi, so I saw the pay-per-view replay. I don't understand why people didn't like it. Besides, in my opinion, the only match that was boring was Nia versus Rhea. Harley said hello. Robert said, hey, what's up? And Sophie said, the only thing I don't like about Peacock is that after the pay-per-view is over, you have to wait a while to watch the whole thing. The Rock is scheduled to appear in the next 3 SmackDowns. I don't know about Roman or Cody or Triple. And Brandon says, hey, Wrestling Gab, shut up, Dominic Mysterio. Sophie's like, where's D? And wonder what the next country they will take the Elimination Chamber.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe the next
America.
pay-per-view, it will be a different pay-per-view that goes somewhere else. Maybe Elimination Chamber will be in America next year.
Well, we know
And a different pay-per-view will be somewhere else.
Right.
Ooh, Elimination Chamber.
Disappointing her fan. Should have my microphone on the whole time so they didn't hear me.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they listen anyway, so it's fine.
Right.
Most of them don't.
They're just watching.
They don't even listen because most of the time they ask the same questions over that you've already answered or something.
So she's saying Seth's the great woman? That's all she can say. She's trying to make it happen like Fetch.
Which part, Mammy?
Is always on top. Just because I'm from down under still means I'm on top. Like, she's trying too hard. They're going to try to make a shirt that says always on top or something.
Well, we know for sure Dominic isn't.
I don't even want to see that in my... Ew. See, I called this right when the show started. She could come and steal the opportunity from Becky, and then they could replace Becky with somebody else, and then these two will go at it at Mania. That's what I was saying. Unless they go triple threat, which would be all right also, because then Rhea could lose the title.
Who's she going to lose it to?
Well, it won't matter. Whoever gets the... She won't be involved. It'll just be those two. And then Rhea loses her belt, and then she has something to bitch about for a year or whatever.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. She's gonna sit on her in her Michael Jackson outfit. Here we go!
Just be careful. Don't break anything.
Uh-oh. The referees are coming in to break it up. Is that Postman Pierce? Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
He's trying to tell a woman what to do. Can he get fired for that?
He's kind of our boss, so...
Well, that's discrimination, isn't it? If a man's the boss. I gotta hold the damn rope for you. She's like, hold the rope for me. He's like, I gotta hold the damn rope for you. He's not even a gentleman. Look at all the little girls up front. Do you see that?
No.
There's a whole bunch of little kids, like little girls.
Was there?
Yeah. This one we could stop pausing. You get it?
Yeah, you better clean up your disgusting feet. Got blood all over him. So he says when they go to Paris, the pay-per-view will be on at 3 p.m. Piccolo says, oh man, another Monday.
Right?
Brandon says Nia Jax beat Rhea Ripley. And Piccolo's like, not you guys, but Raw.
I get it. We got Grayson Waller, though, going one-on-one with Cody Rhodes. We also have like a no-rules street fight going on with Imperium and the New Day. Street fight! But like a street fight out of a Michael Jackson video, since I'm on my Michael Jackson kick, because Becky had her Michael Jackson gear on. You ever see Bad, the video? Where they tie their wrists together and they have switchblades and they're all dancing in circles. I think they really did that in the old day, like in the 80s and stuff. They fought with knives before they just went to guns and killed each other. But I could be wrong. All right, well, we got Sami Zayn coming out. So that means we got Nakamura coming out.
Did you have a good weekend, Pico?
Did you hallucinate all day Saturday? I swear I didn't get normal until this morning. And I was like, oh, I think I finally back to normal. She was up for 23 hours. She didn't go to bed till the next night at like 2. She's like, fuck it, I'm going to bed.
I was telling Sophie, don't bother Sophie. Real ones are fucking awake to watch pay-per-views, not dumb fucking replays.
Yeah.
So it was like, do you think they will do a pay-per-view in Ireland or Poland or some other country they haven't explored yet? They might. So, I mean, anything's possible, right?
They're not doing one in Poland. No.
I'm not saying Poland, but they will do some in other countries. They're going to continue to do that kind of stuff. They'll see how things go.
Yeah, they're global. It's a global company, and they want to make sure that they're known as a global company.
So it says, I missed the pay-per-view on Saturday because of this thing normal people call sleep.
Right.
Me too. Oh, wait, no, I was here. I just went to bed at 8 o'clock. Like, literally, it was like 8:30. I went to sleep right after SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah.
And I got up at 2:45. Yep.
I woke up all night. And then when I went back downstairs after I turned you on there, I just went downstairs and just watched. I was just watching on my phone. I was like,
you're like, I feel
just,
terrible that she's up there by
I better
herself.
Just go up there.
I'm a terrible person.
I just didn't want to watch the women's chamber match. That was half of my
It was
thing.
actually really good, though. That was the hard part, because it was actually better
than... That was the thing. I watched the whole thing.
Some
That's
of the other stuff.
I was getting at. I was like, well, since I'm watching it anyways, I might as well go back up there.
Yeah. Feels like I may have smoked ribs at a neighbor's yesterday and played cards. You may have. I bet you did. Nice. That sounds like a great day. Pico says on Mars. Pico says in Uranus. It sounds like a crutch. Walter says Sami Zayn for the win. Bill says sleep is over fucking rated. It can be. Although your body does need it. Your brain needs it too. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have been worth much if I hadn't have like actually went to sleep. There's no way I probably could have stayed up for another 12 hours or anything.
Plus, I had like cousins come over, and they were showing us how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and so they came over Saturday and then Sunday, and so we had to learn on Saturday right after the show, basically, and then we had to play on Sunday. And my brain, I couldn't even read. I was just looking at the book like, no, that's not happening. So I had to basically learn everything twice. That's all good. It was fun. Dungeons and Dragons is funner than I thought it would be.
Right. Sophie says, some people stayed up after SmackDown on Friday so they could stay awake for the Chamber pay-per-view.
Yeah, I heard that was big parties and people would stayed up.
So Sophie, if it started like in Hawaii like it did at 12 a.m., I would have just stayed up.
Oh, easy.
I would have stayed up easily. It wouldn't have been a big deal. Even maybe 1 o'clock, I probably could have done it.
Right.
But with it being at 3 o'clock in the morning for us, I wasn't going to watch the pre-show because even though there was a match on, I knew the Kabuki Warriors would probably win. I was giving them like a high percentage chance of keeping and retaining the titles against the other group. And so I wasn't that interested in watching it anyways. And I feel like it's not that important. And so I was like, oh, well, the main show starts at 3 o'clock. So you have to like weigh your odds. Do I want to try to stay up all night after one? I've been to work all day. Then I came straight home and did 2 hours of this. And by that time at the end of the week, I'm exhausted. Like my brain's like, no, this is dumb. I don't want to do anything anymore. Let's not do stuff. So there was no way. So it was kind of almost easy for me to go to sleep as long as I didn't do anything to like keep my brain going. So it was like, you can log into your games and you can look at a couple videos, but you have to put it down and go to sleep. And so it was like, you could do it. So, although I'll tell you this much, I still felt like I stayed up all night, even though I slept.
Right.
It was crazy. Like I got up, you guys saw me. I was like, la di doo di da, la 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 la. And afterwards, after we got off, and because we didn't go back to bed, or I didn't go back to bed, like from like 6 o'clock until like, it came about what, 11? Noonish? 11:30ish or something like that they got here Saturday.
About 11 something. Yeah, 30.
to go over some stuff, and between like 6 o'clock and about 10:30ish, I felt like I was like gonna get sick. Like I felt sick, but I wasn't. It's just from like feeling like you didn't get any sleep. It was crazy. I've done it before in the, years ago. Like I haven't done that kind of shit in a long time. But I have stayed up and played video games until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before. So it's not like it's anything different for me. Problem of it is I had to get up at 3 o'clock. God, she's going to break her.
Or Liv.
Oh, no. Poor Liv. She's going to get that. She's going to get
the Liv Morgan. She's gonna be in a little bit of trouble.
Feels like perhaps sleep. Sophie says, if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I could get a seizure. Well, we don't want that. Feels like, I will sleep now. Can I borrow your teddy bear? Walter says, AEW Revolution pay-per-view coming up. Sting's last match. Also, Tony Khan giving a party for Sting this Wednesday. Well, good for him. Sophie says, interesting. The Rock is advertised for the next 3 SmackDowns, but not Roman. Feels like smell his violin, please. Walter says, The Rock joined the Bloodline. Boo. And Sophie says, I was thinking about staying up after SmackDown, but my body didn't want to stay up. Well, you wouldn't have, Sophie. That would be silly.
Yeah,
like,
for
your
you.
pay-per-view started at 5 o'clock in the morning. That would have been simple.
Fuck.
That would have been so easy. I would have been like, 5 o'clock, but that's nothing. I get up before 5 o'clock every other day of the week.
Right.
Like, whatever. P. Cole says, has anyone gone to a live show this year? I think Sophie went to the Royal Rumble. Yeah,
she went to
Sophie
one.
went to the Royal Rumble. One of our other people were going to go to the SmackDown in Salt Lake, but they ended up not going.
No, they wanted to slaughter
I swear
meat.
Chris has been to...
In
I
Houston?
think Chris has gone to one or somewhere close to him.
Right.
And I think Janelle...
Yeah, he went to something.
He went to something. Who has tickets? Janelle has tickets for WrestleMania this year.
Right. That's what it is.
Janelle has tickets to WrestleMania this year. So Janelle, when he's in here, he's going to WrestleMania this year. So, got a few people that are going to some shows, which is cool. So he says, I've gone to Royal Rumble. I used to play video games until like 1 a.m., but my head starts to feel dizzy. Walter says, no, Piccola, I've been 2022. Bill says, so Dynamite is going to be in Huntsville, Alabama on Wednesday. Ooh. Huh. Walter says, oh, yeah, that's what it was. Chris went to an AEW show. That's what it was. Chris went to an AEW show.
Dub.
Yeah, that's what it was. Walter says, so last Friday, no movie got canceled, so I watched SmackDown, wasn't here Friday. That's all right, Walter. Sophie says, has anyone been to a live Raw or SmackDown this year?
I've never been to a live either one of those.
Miguel says, Facebook group I follow are going to be there. They're going to be at the Dynamite show in Huntsville. Are they going to have signs, Picola? What kind of signs are they going to have? We're going to be able to pick them out in the crowd. I like it when we can pick. I like it when they have signs and there's like, hey, we know those people. Like the people connecting through wrestling sign. Sometimes they show it and it's like in a really good spot, so you see it pretty good. And then sometimes Picola catches it and I don't because I'm like reading chat or something and I'm not looking at the audience because I'll look at the audience behind sometimes.
I only look at the audience if the match is boring.
James Sotelo is selling 2 WrestleMania tickets. Sweet. Good for you, James. I hope you get buco dollars for them.
$7.95. And a pack of gum.
And a pack of gum.
Kung Fu Panda 4. I haven't seen 3, so that would make no sense to watch 4. To be honest, I didn't know there was a 3 to watch, so I could watch 4. Did you know there was a 3? I remember 2. I don't remember it. I don't know what it's about, but I remember it. Wasn't it like he was trapped underground, or is that the first one? What's the first one? With the ninja underground? He was in that deep pit. Like a cat or something.
Yeah, he was like...
So that's not the second one. I don't even know if I've seen the second one.
I don't know. I've seen the first one maybe like twice, maybe, but at that point I would have because McKenna was little, so or younger, so we kind of would have watched that one. The second one maybe like would have been the same, but I don't go out of my way to like watch it.
I think that
It's
one was
probably
like
funny, but for a cartoon, but
I think it was like a monk one on top of a mountain or something. The second one. I swear I've seen the second one. I just don't know what it's about.
Piccolo says, "Yeah, they're amazing snooze." Oh, Piccolo, you were on a roll tonight. You okay, buddy?
Oh.
Walter says, "Did you hear Ole Anderson passed away? One of the Four Horsemen. He was a WCW guy."
Yeah, I just heard a little bit ago.
No, you said it, Walter, and Travis was like, "I thought he died years ago."
I honestly thought Ole died in the 90s. That's my Mandela effect. I had no idea he was still alive. He was part of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. He was Arn Anderson's tag team partner when they were tag team champions. That's who the Revival, the Revolt, the FTR, that's who they mimic after. Is Ole and Arn.
Oh.
Or Gene. There was a Gene Anderson, too, that was in that group in the 70s. The Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Gene and Ole. My grandpa watched them. He loved them.
Piccolo, you should go to Sonic and try that new barbecue pork hamburger and tots. Everbless in the chat says, "Hi guys, hey Everbless."
Hey,
Piccolo
good seeing
says,
you
"May
here."
have been tainted by barbecue." Okay. How can you be tainted by barbecue? Unless it was bad. I guess it could be bad, but I doubt that. It sounds like it was probably good. Walter's like, "Oh, right." Yeah, you had said it earlier in the chat. I read it finally, Walter.
Yeah.
But thanks for saying it again. It could have gotten missed, you know?
Do you know our Olympic team for gymnasts are going to be all old ladies? Or older ladies? Not old ladies, but older ladies.
They're old ladies for gymnasts.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not being mean. That's just they're old ladies for gymnasts.
They were even going to have, what's her name in there? Gabby Douglas. But I think she failed, I think.
Jesus.
She was like 29 or 30. I'm like, what?
Leopold Cat is in my lap, Walter. He's right here.
He needs a new neck.
It's just a hill.
Yeah, I don't know if it's healing or getting worse. Looks like it's probably healing. Like Argus's ulcer.
I really just need that.
Well, because there's still that other under it, whatever that is.
And then there's probably some right here, too. Right. Jabs there.
Anyways, we got Shinsuke and Nakamura in there, taking it right to Sami. Hopefully Nakamura can pull this one out. Definitely going for Nakamura in this match.
Walter's like, "Oh, I see him." Everbless says, "Did you guys watch Chamber? It was boring."
Yeah, definitely watched it.
I was up watching it.
Yeah, the women's match
Except
was
for
okay.
the pre-show.
I liked the women's match. The tag team match was a waste of time, both of them. The men's chamber match was so
it was
slow. It was weird. It was like everybody just laid there. I don't know how to explain it. It was just almost like nobody knew what they were supposed to do.
I call it lackluster.
And it was underdeveloped. And then obviously the main event was.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rhea should have started out the show. It would have got the audience all pumped up. And to be honest, they could have just closed it with the women's Money in the Bank or whatever, the Elimination Chamber. That would have been great.
I mean, because all reality, the Elimination Chamber for the ladies doesn't have to go first just so they see who's going to maybe go against who at the end.
Yeah.
But, you know, they wanted to main event it because of where they were at.
No, and I understand that, but it would have been better to open it with that because it would have got it. The place would have went nuts.
Right. Well, let's see. Walter says, "Come on, Sami, win."
If they can take their hands off their phone.
No, I don't think they know how to do that. Sophie says 40 days till Mania. That will be a cool weekend. Why do you think the women's chamber and Rumble matches were better than the male version of those matches?
The males didn't do it. Honestly, there was no movement.
Literally
you just have to watch it again and you'll just notice the guys just laid there. Every guy was injured or Randy had a hurt back and Bobby had a hurt elbow. And Logan Paul was knocked out and KO did something and who else was in there?
Drew McIntyre. McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre was beat up, and it's like, just fucking wrestle. Nobody's a fan of 2 moves and then a pause. We're actually watching it right now. Nakamura just kicked Sami, and there's no movement.
Everybody says I waste my damn money on a pay-per-view, and it has some nerve to have a black screen and no audio. It was just ass.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
So he says, if they open the pay-per-view with Rhea versus Nia, do you think the people in the crowd would have left earlier?
No, not at all.
No, because they'd have to know what was going to happen later.
Yeah.
When you do that, then it's like, well, are they going to come out? Is something going to happen crazy in the women's chamber match? What's going to happen there?
Right. And then they could have had a return or something. They could have done a surprise of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You called it. AJ came out and beat up somebody in the men's chamber thing.
And that one was obvious. Like, because they were... How's LA going to lose? So you had to figure it out. How was...
That's right. It was LA Knight was the other guy.
Right. And how was Randy Orton going to lose? And so you have to, like, write this in your head, right, as you're watching it. Because you know LA isn't going to lose clean.
Mm-mm.
He's not going to. Because that's not where he's at in his career. So you're like, okay, he can't lose clean, and neither can Randy. So how are those two going to happen? And it's like, well, Randy is going to get hit with brass knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Very predictable, especially when Logan didn't leave. And then, obviously, the only one he had been feuding was with AJ Styles. And just like Bobby, I thought, well, maybe they could do something for Bobby, but they did that on Friday with the elbow with Karrion Kross. So we know we got Karrion Kross versus Bobby, and we know we got AJ Styles versus
LA Knight.
LA Knight, and we know that they're probably going to put Randy Orton into the feud with Kevin Owens and
Logan.
I would assume, but they might not. It would just be weird if they didn't at this point. Because why would he be there? Like, why? Like, Randy's going to get punched, knocked out of a big...
And then he's just going to go off in the sunset
Yeah.
and not care.
And be like, nah, I'm going after Joe Bob Thornton from NXT.
Seems like Bronson Reed was rumored to face Seth Rollins at the Chamber before Seth's injury. Yeah, it seems like a dumb matchup.
Why would they do that? That's
So
because he's from Australia. I get it.
Yeah, the
never
match
mind,
placement for the pay-per-view was weird. AJ Styles versus LA Knight doesn't seem like a Mania match. It feels like a SmackDown match.
Why didn't they put him in there?
Pico's like, he had a baby over the weekend. That's true. He did. We did see those pictures. Bronson Reed had a baby. Not him, but his lady.
$5G. 5G. "50 years of the Players' Championship." Tiger Woods still golfing? I haven't watched any this year.
To.
What year are we in? Oh, wait, it's still early. Never mind. I was thinking it was like September. It's not. It's still February.
Pico's like, a dingo baby.
A dingo ate my baby.
So he says, I could see the WWE do a pay-per-view in Australia again.
Oh, absolutely they will.
Of course I could. Why not? So he says the match we got last week with Drew versus Cody was rumored for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and the Grayson Waller effect was going to have The Rock.
The Rock didn't want to travel. I'd be like, I'll go, but you're paying a lot of money for me to go. Because The Rock's getting banked for this run, by the way. There's no way he's getting something.
What's more disgusting is that not only is he getting paid, but he's also on the board, and I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
Well, that's just how it works. You got to get paid.
That's disgusting.
Even Triple H was getting paid as a wrestler and his job. Stephanie did too. It's what he did. Vince would pay himself when he would go on there.
Stealing money. Want to talk about swindling money right there. There you go.
Yeah, but the money he gets for being on the board is nowhere near what he's
I don't
getting
give
paid
a
as
shit.
the rest. You're talking. I bet
He shouldn't get paid shit.
I bet you he's getting 30, 40 million for this run.
He shouldn't get paid anything.
And so
sick.
he's like, well, yeah, I'll go to Australia if you tack on another couple million. But there's no way I'm just going to Australia just to be on the Grayson Waller.
Sophie says, I think CM Punk and Seth injury affected the booking of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Yeah, injuries can do that. Sophie, it can change a lot of shit for people.
That's how it works. I mean, we could see some going into WrestleMania. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, if Roman tears a pec, he's not going to be able to wrestle. What are they going to do?
Overblow says, and I think Randy Orton a posted announcement due to Elimination Chamber injury that makes it more ass. Ah! I have a sharp but sorry.
Diabetes.
No, it's like an itch, but it's like a stabby pain.
Right.
It's gone. It was just like,
come on, Nakamura, just end
Stab.
this shit.
Oh my god.
Is this a last man standing match or something? Like, I don't understand why they're just get him in the ring and pin him. Referee should have just said 10 and ended it. That was the Kinshasa, but he's too close to the rope.
They're like trying to make him relevant. They're like, it's fine, we're gonna make him relevant.
I have never liked Sami. I mean, obviously he had a good run there with the Bloodline storyline, but the Bloodline storyline made him. So once he left it, he's back where he was. He was the comic relief of the Bloodline.
Right.
Maybe he can join Judgment Day and do the same thing. I don't know.
That was our truth. Leave our truth alone.
Oh, yeah. Our truth is doing that.
He can
too.
do our truth things without the stupid Judgment Day.
Right.
He doesn't even need them. They need him, not the other way around.
Right.
It's the opposite for Sami Zayn.
He kicked him in the back of the head. What a coward. Wouldn't that what a coward would do? Like a cheap shot like that?
Yeller bellied. Sophie says, do you think we will see The Rock or Triple H in the ring in one of the future episodes of SmackDown? You mean like wrestling? No.
No, The Rock's...
Triple H,
Triple H's
no.
heart is...
No. If I bet you Triple H's doctor would have heart palpitations and be done.
Well, Sami won. Sorry, Nakamura.
Hegel says also global warming. He should have spit in his face. Why didn't he spit in his face? I don't understand why he didn't spit in his face. I feel like Nakamura should have spit in his face.
Yeah. Well, he got kicked in the back of the head by the coward. Anytime that happens, it's hard on you. Take your motor skills away. Well, you can't win them all, Nakamura. He's been on a losing streak worse than freaking Becky. Think about his. He's lost to Cody a couple times, Seth a bunch of times, and now freaking Sami. Nakamura, to make him even believable at this point, they got to have him win a match, don't they?
Something.
Culmination.
Nicola says, I think pregnancies and hurricanes and shark attacks subject to change all wrestling events. Also global warming. Yes.
Oh, geez.
So it says Drew still haven't re-signed with the WWE yet. There's nothing wrong with that. He do what he wants. Everbless says Randy's last match should be against Roman. So he says before the bloodline, it seems like the WWE didn't know where to put Sami Zayn.
Right. Well, I like the whole thing that he was doing. And to be a manager would be the best slot for him. I still say it. He was doing very good as a manager. But now all of a sudden he beat the guy he used to be a manager for.
Like his whole conspiracy theory stuff was pretty funny.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like that stuff was pretty cool. Like it kind of was like he was just a weirdo and it was fine. So he says not in a match, I mean in a segment. Oh, Rock and the Triple H? There's not. I mean, I guess they could, but there really wouldn't be any reason for it.
He would just have to introduce him or something.
Yeah. People says, that's a big buckle, McAfee. He did have a pretty big buckle on. So it says, I like that they are showing you video packages now for the people that don't watch weekly or monthly. Our Truth is in San Francisco, not in San Jose. Are they in San Jose?
That's hilarious. That dude.
He went to
He's
Austria. Has no idea where he's supposed to be.
He was trying to put shrimp on Barbies. Oh, I don't know. That would have been even funny.
Just get a Barbie doll.
Right, with shrimp.
Just putting shrimp all over. Would it be live shrimp?
No, it's just be cooked shrimp like it's a sizzler. I don't know if they have those in Austria, but 13-time tag champs. Imperium. Ooh, Chelsea. That'll get you out of your seat.
So it says they dropped the whole conspiracy theory thing with Sami after he joined the bloodline.
Yep. They need a new ring announcer, or whatever they're called. Talent announcer. Fuck.
Bye, Chelsea. This won't last long. Congratulations.
Going up against Rackrod. They don't want me writing these storylines because I'd have Chelsea win this stupid match.
Oh, yeah. In a weird way, too. Just
Oh, yeah.
in a way she's not supposed to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so surprised by it. She's like, oh my God. And then when they interview her, she's like, I knew I was going to win.
Right.
Because she's Chelsea
As
Green.
she's like running away. What is this called again? Like Deal or No Deal Island? There's $200 million on there.
What?
$200 million Deal or No Deal Island.
So I just remember Kevin Owens when he was kind of doing his own conspiracy thing.
No, I don't remember Kevin Owens doing it. Was he a heel?
I thought it was something to do with Elias.
Oh, if you're talking about that, then yeah.
There was something else I thought. But
Ew. Another Ted? A scary Ted movie?
anything you can imagine.
Oh, it's just an imaginary friend movie.
Yeah,
For
but
a
it's
psychopath.
scary.
For a psychopath.
For a psychopath. James Locke Other Stuff says, aye, that Becky Lynch is a bonny lass. So if it says Randy Orton versus Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship at Mania, this is a match nobody saw coming. Is it just going to be Randy Orton,
So
though?
if Kevin's out of it, that would be fantastic.
Was Kevin completely out of it?
Well, Kevin got beat by somebody else. I thought Logan would pin him, remember?
Yeah.
And I was surprised. That it
I
was
can't
AJ
remember
or
who
something.
did what. Who was? Was it LA Knight or
I think
something?
it was AJ. But it could have been.
No,
Or no,
AJ wasn't in it. And he just came out to get LA Knight.
Right.
So you can make another one?
Right.
So it was like before Saturday, it seemed like they didn't have any Mania plans for Orton. Beagle says, going to switch over to something else. Let me know when there's a worthy segment.
Absolutely.
What do you consider worthy?
We'll just tell you what's on, and then you can make the decision.
I mean, everybody's got their own standards.
I mean, it is Rackrod going up against Chelsea Green. Not sure if you're a Chelsea Green fan. Can't imagine a better side hustle.
Me neither.
than Poshmark. Whatever that
Sophie
is.
says, I could see them do a prequel for Oppenheimer. Why would they do that?
Is it going to be something like Albert Einstein talking to people? I mean, because he's the one that invented
Right?
the mathematics that made
sure.
it feasible.
He calls like Fantasyland. Oh, Sting versus NWO. Oh, that kind of worthy?
That
Well,
ain't happening.
You probably ain't coming back, so you better find something really good to watch, bud.
Basketball. Is that still on? When's the playoffs start? What month are we in? February. So they're still in the regular season. It's the dog days of the regular season at this point.
Sophie says Ryan Gosling going to perform his song from Barbie live at the Oscars. They announced it today. You better watch it then, Sophie.
Yeah.
Did they get him in there and then take out Brock Lesnar?
Brock
delete
Lesnar's
Brock?
Brock's still in the game. You just can't play him.
He's not a playable character now?
Right, you can play against him, but you can't play
What?
supposedly.
That's dumb as fuck. Hugo says, I can see a prequel of Monk. So it says they're going to do a prequel of NCIS. This is a strange thing to do.
Wait, hold on. What's NCIS?
Um,
Just tell me a person that's in it.
Oh, God.
Is it the weird guy that got fired because of his anger issues?
No, that was CSI or no, Criminal Minds.
She's speaking.
No, it's like the Navy criminal investigation something.
The one that got
whatever.
shot through the eye? He was he was at the airport and he had glasses on and they shot him.
No, it's not CSI. It's NCIS.
Okay, that still doesn't help me. I'm trying
Like the Naval Commander Investigation something.
Is it the guy from summer school?
Yes. That guy.
Can't remember his name.
Me neither. That's why I couldn't help you. I'm like, I can't remember his name.
I'm trying to now I can't think of that show. I know he's in a TV series. Is there any women in it?
Yeah, that one girl, Penelope, she was like she was the tech. No, wait, sorry, wrong show. She was the weird like real looking girl. She wore black hair and ponytails, and she did all the science stuff in the basement. She was the forensic person and everything.
I don't know. I think I kind of remember. She was thin. She wasn't the kind of the fat one behind the computer, right?
No, that was
That,
Criminal Minds. That was
okay.
the Criminal Minds. That's why I was like, oops, sorry, wrong one. No.
I know.
Abby.
I kind of know who you're talking about.
Mark Harmon. That's his fucking name. God damn it.
Here she comes. Rock Rod.
So he's like, they didn't have time to erase Brock from WWE 2K24. They shouldn't even erase him. Because like SCIUS compo.
Anyways, they're doing a prequel. How can you do a prequel to a cop show? Couldn't you do a prequel to any show ever if it's a cop show?
I don't know.
It would just be cops before them?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's the dumbest fact. And I don't even know if that's true. It's coming from Sophie, so who knows?
Well, I'm just saying, like...
It sounds dumb.
They should do a show like The Untouchables. Like Ellie and Ness.
Oh.
Do it based in the 20s. Because Untouchables is a great movie.
Sophie says Raquel almost missed the pay-per-view on Saturday for some sort of medical injury. Chris says Chelsea looking good. Yeah, she had an immunity allergy reaction or some shit. She looked sad.
Yeah, Chelsea always looks good. Rackrod looks like she's getting fluffy. But she could be fluffy from the
It could be she's on some steroids and shit for whatever was happening with
Wham!
the immune system.
Right across the puss. She only Rackrod deserves it. She's the one that crossed the line. Ducked it. Got hit with the lariat on the other side. Well, Chelsea's at a 75, which is ridiculous. Rackrod's an 86. I would have said 84, so it's not too far off from where I would have put her. Rack Rod with a fall-away slam.
Feels like what Cornette would say, lazy booking. So
Yeah.
he says that must have been a good airplane ride from Australia back to America.
Yeah. We probably don't get any cool stories. That's it. Tahana Bomb. And Rack Rod wins, of course. I would just want to be a SmackDown superstar and fly back on my own. 4 days later.
So it feels like now she is doing brawn arm movement. Walter's like, Raquel won. She sure did, Walter.
Rack Rod, she getting it done.
How much did you need the win?
Somebody attack him or something.
Pickle is like, but it was a plane ride from Hello 2.0. I'm just like, okay, bye guys. See you 8 p.m. AEW Wednesday for Dynamite. All right, Walter, have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging with us for a minute. We'll see you Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What?
Wednesday? That or
Yeah. Stop.
I was addicted to that for a while for Christmas time, so I had to.
Tell yourself no.
I can't get on there.
You're like, and no.
I have $27, by the way, that's in credit.
Good. That's always fun.
From like, when you buy stuff and you can get the discount thing.
Right.
When they lower prices. No way they're doing that. Don't even tease that. That's disgusting.
What was it though?
Sami, Zayn, and Gunther. If they do that, that's fucked up. Gunther deserves better.
If it does happen, he needs to put fucking Sami in his place.
Right, he needs to
Which
beat
is a
Sami
dumpster.
in 30, 40 seconds.
Chris says Gunther versus Sami BS match. That's not the Mania match we want. Not even close. Fuck that.
Disgusting.
As what Pico has said earlier, lazy booking. We'll take a page out of Cornette's book there. Lazy booking. Lazy. All the lazy. Ugh. Who is it? Who is that guy?
Oh, you didn't know? Damn.
What's going on? What did you do? What were you doing down there?
Cord. Cricket Nation.
So it'd be like Sami versus Gunther.
Let me
Nobody
guess.
really wants that at all.
She put that's a fresh match.
No.
Oh.
Sami
Yeah,
versus
nobody wants
Gunther.
that. I don't care how fresh it is.
There was no fresh. There was nobody saying fresh.
I want Freddy versus Jason. You know what I mean? Michael Myers versus Freddy. You know what I mean?
Sure. Why would we want that? Haven't they already done that too? Oh, they haven't done Freddy versus Jason. I thought they did that one.
They did, but not Michael Myers.
Oh.
Leatherface versus Michael Myers.
Sophie says we got 40 days. They have to start building to Mania now. Chris is like, Drew is the chosen one again, I guess. My gosh.
Well, it's about time because Seth needs to lose the title, and it makes sense to make it Drew. because then he can have his WrestleMania moment that he was going to get when he beat Brock, but
Right?
no one was there. People still watched. The same fucking people watched that would have been there. They make it act like it didn't happen. Still happened.
True that. He still won. And it's still on the records that he was a champion.
Right.
Just because he wants to be a big baby about it.
Yeah, babies.
Mm-hmm. This is CM Punk as part of the DLC for WWE 24 along with Pat McAfee. So this is, do you think they will give Drew the championship if he didn't resign by then?
It might just be, hey, if you resign, you get the title. So,
I mean, that could be the whole thing. Who knows?
I mean, where's he gonna go? Let's be honest. Where does he go? Impact? He ain't leaving. There's nowhere for else. There's nowhere for him to go. Ain't gonna go job to Adam Cole in AEW. He'll be losing to like Roderick Strong and fucking Hook.
Right.
Nobody going over there to lose to Hook. And who else? Daniel Garcia. Don't forget about Wheeler Yuta. We haven't seen him for a while. He'll be back. Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a losing streak right there. We haven't even got to Jungle Boy in his comeback. Or who's the other one? Oh, Darby the House Elf.
Oh.
That shit, like, nobody want to go over there and lose to those guys.
Not really. They're just showing highlights,
Absolutely.
guys, from the Elimination Chamber stuff right now. I don't know if they kind of gave us what match was happening next.
Well, they showed Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther and those guys heading to the ring.
So maybe it's like New Day versus them and their
whatever
street fight they're having. So that could be the next one. They're just showing highlights for what happened over the weekend for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, if you smell what whatever his name's cooking.
Yeah.
Austin Theory.
That guy.
Uh-oh. American Nightmares. Main event is definitely not him against Roman. It's him against Roman, not him against The Rock.
Right. Is a match against Grayson?
Well, I called out one of the greatest of all time. Man that beat Hulk Hogan. And everybody else in his time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrestle Grayson fucking Waller. But not just Grayson Waller in like a squash match. I'll wrestle him and it'll last 15 fucking minutes because Grayson is that good. He's good enough to beat Roman. He's good enough to beat The Rock. Definitely, he would dominate Hulk Hogan. Grayson Waller main event Monday Night Raw. Jesus Christ. Good for him. He's like, can I have a match in Australia? No, but you can main event the Raw when we come back. Like, what the? Here comes Gunther.
Chris says this broad Cody is talking to looks pretty.
Yeah, she is pretty. I don't know if she's quite, in my mind, as pretty as the other one that was just talking to Sami or whatever.
Oh, uh-huh.
But yeah, they're both pretty. You know that Mackenzie Mitchell or whatever, she was pretty too, and she got canned.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't pretty
Maybe
enough.
she was a Vince supporter.
Why are you kissing his ass?
Yeah, Pat McAfee. Were you scared? Is that why you were kissing his butthole? It's gross, dude.
It won't poop my pants.
He's an intimidating human. It's so weird. Chris says, I think Mackenzie has her own brand, so I think that's why they let her go, because she had more obligations to that than WWE. Maybe. Maybe they didn't really let her go. Maybe it was a mutual split. Nothing wrong with that.
Splitting. There's Gunther. Let's listen. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, no. The crowd's still booing.
They're saying things. I don't think it's funny, but I think it was kind of... Pat McAfee is like trying his hardest not to get his ass kicked later. I'm just kidding. Of all
I
time.
probably would put him into the top 10 of all time.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting him at the top. There's some Intercontinental champions that were badass. Did you? Do I feel he's lying? Yes.
What's your dog doing out there? I hear something.
No one is perfect, but he is very, very close.
Do you want to go check what your dog's doing? He's out there crunching.
I don't know if there's anything out there too.
I don't know. He finds some really weird shit to get into, and I just want to make sure he's not trying to kill himself.
Just let me know what comes.
Okay. He wants to address his future. Yes. Over 600 plus days, I've been working hard, putting his heart, soul, and body, making it the most prestigious title for this company. Pause. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah. That's what I was worried. I was worried he was doing something he's not supposed to do. Because when he's out there by himself, he does weird stuff. Almost need to find something for him to chew on while he's out there. Oh, good. He just totally ripped the... I'm sorry. I know, but still. Nobody wants that. Chad Gable. The Miz. It gets even worse. I've seen people requesting R-Truth. It gets worse. Everybody loves R-Truth. Judgment Day, huh? Think Damien will go after the Intercontinental title? Yeah. He did something to his thumb. It's all wrapped up. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, all 4 of the dudes. Maybe. Chris says Finn Balor versus Gunther would be badass, especially Demon Balor versus Gunther. I don't think Demon Balor exists anymore. Dominic versus Gunther would be entertaining. Would it? Huh. Gotta get him some talking microphones so they can say words. Damien's out here yakking. We don't sweat you. You've had the dominant run. Second to the run the Judgment Day is on, who says. They ran the table at the Elimination Chamber. They're going to do the same thing at WrestleMania, they say. They're going to add more gold at WrestleMania. He said something in Spanish. Oh, it includes the Intercontinental title. Oh, really? I put it in there for like
4 minutes?
I say put it in for 5, but it only pops for about 4. Not even 4, maybe. I don't know.
Put it in for 4, and I can extend it. What did they say?
Sorry, I was talking to you what he was saying. So, they're saying that they're going to go home with that gold at WrestleMania. And he's like, well, since you're not cashing in that briefcase on me now, what do you have in mind? And Dominic's supposed to be talking, but he hasn't said anything yet.
Right, 'cause the crowd.
Yeah, but it's not like they're doing a lot.
Heel versus heel.
Yeah, it's dumb. When Dirty Dom and the Judgment Day.
Are they really that little?
Yes, they're tiny. The only one that's not is like Damien.
Is Damien that? He looks little in that.
When he
He's
was
probably
face
my
to face
angle.
to him, he wasn't. Like, he was pretty much almost the same height.
Right, it's the camera angle. Look at the size of him. And Ludwig's an inch taller than him. Yeah, even Damien's smaller.
Yeah.
Those are some big dudes. I'm just glad Triple H likes them. Look at how tall Ludwig is. I didn't realize he was so tall. He's gotta be 4. Maybe even 6'5".
We're gonna wipe the floor with the 3 of you.
Look,
He's all talking poo-poo.
why are they trying to break it up? Because they know they'll get beat up.
I have no idea. Maybe because the other two have a match. I don't know. He's like, oh yeah, you can call me. I don't know. Maybe he's calling him a pussy. I don't know. They haven't said. Gunther hasn't said words, by the way. He just made fun of him for not being able to cash in his stuff.
That's
He's like, that title's coming to the Judgment Day, whether you like it or not.
look. Who are they gonna put in there? Dominic?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it'd be cool if they do Damien, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
And Damien loses that match.
Oh, he would totally lose it. He would have to, but
They could do a briefcase match and then have Gunther win the briefcase.
right.
That'd be
Piccolo says, how's your weekend been? It's not too bad. How about yours? Besides, staying up late, getting up early or whatnot, or barbecue and cards, the neighbors. Did you have a good rest of your weekend? Chris says, fuck yeah, it's Dominic. And Sophie says, so Damien doing what Theory did by cashing in on the mid-card championship? No. He's not doing any cashing in, Sophie. Gunther said to him, since you're not cashing that in on me right now, what is it that you have in mind? Because Damian came out and said that the Judgment Day was going to have all the gold and have some more gold at WrestleMania. So, there you go. Watch next day on the A&E app. I wish you would find somewhere else to go lay down on. Weirdo cat. Weird. Doodaloo, we're at a commercial break. We should be getting that tag team match next, guys. The New Day versus Imperium. So we'll see how that goes. Silliness. Silly commercials. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure, sure. You're so annoying, Cat. Feels like, let me ask you this and just brainstorm a bit. Sweet. What is it? What are we brainstorming about? Yeah, it is. So free. What's gonna happen? Oh, yeah, they're doing a thing. That's right. They're doing a thingy. Alright. Yeah, it's a commercial break. It's going to be the New Day versus Imperium, I'm sure, is the next one, since they're already out there. Yeah. People says, so I'm considered chopping up a short rib to make a Fritos pie instead of like ground beef. What else could accent it or include? I guess it depends on what you would want to do. You could always do because you're gonna layer it with Fritos, right? Of all people, Gunther? You better. It's Andrade! Talking with old Dom Dom. He's so awkward and weird. Yeah. Chris is like, Andrade and Dom talking. Yeah, it says, Chris says, yep, Dom is facing Gunther because Rhea just checked on Dom. Peel says maybe some beans and fresh cilantro, jalapenos, onions. So the short rib you're doing, are you going to like smoke it and take the bones out and use the meat? Because a Frito pie is like a casserole, right? Usually it's like layered with like tomatoes, corn, taco seasonings, salsa, all that stuff. Is that, or are you looking for stuff to accent it on the side? Like, are you doing sides, or like, are you making or are you trying to utilize like what you want to make the Frito pie with if you're using the short rib?
Kind of burnt that last batch, but the first batch, the bottom one, is good.
Okay. Thank you.
Where's your... Cool. Oh, Kofi's in street pants because it's a street fight. I'm like, why?
Is that why?
Like,
oh, they dressed the part.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? That's silly.
They're obviously in San Jose because they've got the Sharks jersey on.
Yes.
I had that coat, the shark coat, back in the gangster days. They called me the Franklin Gangster.
Chris says New Day copying off Kevin Owens and Sami tag match when they wore jerseys. Yeah. Piccolo says it's leftover. Okay, so you have leftover short rib. Okay. And you're looking, and you're using that for the meat in your Fritos pie, and you're wondering what else to put in the Frito pie itself. Right. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you could do like black beans maybe. If you're into that. With fresh cilantro, jalapenos, onions. Are you going to season your meat more or just leave it with what it is?
That'd be a lot of seasoning.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Woods almost didn't make it through. All right, well, they're going to a commercial break, but we do have a street fight.
Yeah, so if you're not going to season the meat any different, you're going to leave it how it is. I would probably do black beans. I think the black beans would probably be a better alternative to like refried beans or anything like that. Maybe do black beans with it. And I'm just trying to think of some other things to think about putting with like short rib meat, beef, basically just beef, like a barbecue beef kind of thing.
Your
Your
pillow's ready.
It is.
It's all fluffed and...
It's not.
Oh, you'd have to go look at it then. It's
I'm
way
sure
fluffy.
it is, but they say to wait. You want to wait the full like.
Are you going to play with it tonight no matter what?
No, it's
Okay.
going to be there till tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. You mean roll out? No, I don't.
I mean, you could do pinto beans, but I mean, black beans I think would probably work with it too. But
That's a good deal.
you could still do corn on it too, but I think I'd do purple onions, black beans, the fresh cilantro and jalapenos would be good on top of it. And then do like a You could do like a avocado lime sauce maybe on it. Might be good with them. Something like that. Chris says, yeah, I started carnivore diet today, ate eggs this morning, and only drinking water because I'm adopting a strict diet.
That's awesome.
Not
Let me know how it
the pussy
goes.
version.
Yeah, let me know how it goes.
Pickle says, okay, so it's just more like nachos, but the chips are Fritos instead. Yeah. I could, but rather not. Yeah, anything just maybe salt and pepper. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because if it's already smoked, it's gonna probably. I figured if it's smoked, it already has some rub on it. So I was like, are you gonna plan on like making any more seasoning kind of thing? But it'll be good. Yeah, it's basically like beef nachos is what you're making, and just whatever you think would go good with, like if you think about just nachos itself and you're using not ground beef, but if you're using barbecue beef because it has a little bit different flavor to it, just things that would go with it. I would almost do like an avocado cream sauce and then do like what you said. I think basically I'd be good. And it just depends on the beans. And that's at your own preference too. Like, I'm not a big bean person on my nachos and stuff, so I don't use them, but I know a lot of people like black beans on them. You could do corn, it'd give it more of a sweet, but you don't have to.
Like Right Hand by Ludwig.
But you could do tomatoes too if you really wanted to. But I think what you said earlier would work. Beans, cilantro, jalapenos, a purple onion would be a good combo with it. Some kind of sauce. But yeah, check your cupboards. Yep, I'll check what's in the cupboards and possibly photobomb some plating. Nice.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, he says. Chris says apparently Shotzi got surgery on her ACL. Yeah, they showed some pictures of her getting surgery while they were in Australia and stuff, so.
Those are kind of burnt. The bottom ones are good, though. I was trying to eat down so you could have good ones. Hey, Vinci's a 72. That's a good score. 79 for Woods. That's a little high, but.
Feels like maybe not tonight, but it'll be great. Yeah. Well, it's like 9:30, dude. I mean, I guess it depends on how late you want to stay up, but I'd just make them tomorrow.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be Logan versus Randy Orton at Mania.
Huh. I wonder if something happened to Kevin.
Oh. They probably just go in a different direction.
That's just weird. It's like a really fast, like 180. Like something happened or something.
Then LA and AJ, that's happening.
Right? They broke him in half?
Well, nothing better than that. Definitely want to see Woods broken in half. Wouldn't complain about that.
Kofi giving him the old 1-2.
But let's be honest, Kofi can beat both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it's hard to beat a tag team, but it's not a tag team match. It's a no-rules street fight, and Kofi is the superior one-on-one wrestler.
He should be, because he was a champion.
There's the world champion right here. Good right hand there by Kofi. Kofi's setting up a table. It's ready for you, buddy. It's going to fold on that side. It's not locked.
Mm-mm.
Kofi's going through it. Don't know when, but he is.
Ref's all in the way.
Right?
The ref was in the way.
Oh, wow. 2 kindos. Beat him like he stole something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every street fight I've ever been in,
You always have a kendo
there was
stick?
always a kendo stick.
Always. They're just hiding in alleyways and shit.
They're usually just hidden behind something,
Mm-hmm.
but they're always there. Ouch. Who's breaking it? Oh, God. That hurts. Whacked him in the kneecap with a chair. He's got knee pads on. So he's like, okay, whack. They're all wearing knee pads, so why not?
So he says, did you hear a lot of AEW fans was giving Ice Cube's son crap about whatever he said about AEW?
I didn't know Ice Cube had a son.
Right?
gonna
I'm
say
like,
no.
what?
Definitely did not hear anything about Ice Cube's son.
Eagle says, I wonder why Home Depot doesn't sponsor WWE street fights. Or power tools and hammers out there.
That'd be hilarious. Or Ace Hardware.
Smiling and an upside down smile. Chris says, we need to see Tiffany and Kaiser on screen couple. I'd be for it. Sure, they don't match character-wise, but it can work. I mean, Ludwig tried to go out with Maxine. Eagle says his name is O'Shea Jackson.
Okay.
Alrighty. Good to know.
I'll never look him up. His dad was a very good writer. He wrote Boys in the Hood. And that whole album. When he was in NWA.
Right.
Their first one. Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friend.
Chevy says, I like that matches are longer. Pickle says, like, he actually makes sense. And he piggybacks what y'all talk about each week.
Nice. Do you have a channel or something?
What we talk about, like, with AEW and how dumb that is.
What? No thanks.
You don't want somebody to step in as your new best friend for your dog?
Mm-mm. But I can... All that other shit. Somebody can come clean my floor. Come in like once a week. I'm 100% down.
As long as they don't think that you're gonna promise them a $700 ladder.
He's dead. I don't talk ill about the dead.
That's not talking ill. It was just weird. Oh no, not the domination.
So much domination.
All the domination. No, Kofi stole Pat's chair.
That's so funny. He's such a chair thief.
Can't believe he did that. Taking people's chairs and shit. How dare he?
I'm done. Uh-oh. We're going to see a double V trigger, but with kendo sticks.
Just roll out.
Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Rolling on 20.
Just do a
The top back.
somersault. Roll out.
Dun, dun, dun.
You didn't
Twin
have to
Glock
stay.
40s. Cock back. Come on. Roll out. By Ludacris.
I don't know that song.
Rolling on 20s with the top back.
I'm just saying he could have rolled away. He didn't have to get hit.
You should say roll out again. I like that better. Because that's what I always say too. But we just watched him on that commercial with the water damage. And the guy goes, "Don't you mean roll out?" And he's like, "No." And he left. All right.
Da Vinci's gonna get some table action here.
Italians don't know how to fight in the streets. Well, unless they're in the mafia or something. Here we go! Up top! See if we can get him to whine. Don't land on me. No. Oh, elbow drop! That would have been Kyrie saying the table wouldn't have broke.
True.
That's hilarious.
She would have just bounced off the person.
She would have. It probably would
She
have
would
hurt
have
her.
bounced off and then probably hit herself on something because she's so tiny.
Oh. Kicked his ass.
See, Bash?
They're chanting holy shit. So we can't hear it.
Nobody knows what's saying said.
So dumb. 1, 2, and 3. Oh!
Oh, good save. Go.
That's how you do it, Ludwig.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, right across the face and the neck. That was a cross check. It's like I like Kofi so much that I really like when he wins. I really do like Kofi. But he's with fucking Woods, and I hate Woods, so it's like, God. It's like Sami Zayn. I don't like the guy, and so no matter who's with him or help it, like when Cody's helping him, I'm like, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him out there by himself. By the way,
God.
knee first
Fuck.
through the table that he set up.
Yeah.
Oh! Right into the hair. Hit him right in the top of the hair. And again into the hair. That's it. Count to 1,000.
Go Imperium.
It's all over but the cheering. See? Perfect. The shitty one gets pinned.
Yeah. The New Day lost.
And it's also the same thing because, you know, I talk about all these people I don't like. Well, Da Vinci doesn't
No,
even
I
register on it because I don't have an opinion about it because he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could care less about him to even not like him. At least Sami, I care enough about to not like.
Sure. It's because they made you like him. That's why.
Sami?
Mm-hmm.
With the bloodline story?
Because they made you like him.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's like, eh.
History ain't a thing, a bunch of lies agreed upon. That shit's great. All right, well, we're halfway through. What are we going to do the second half? Are you going to do jump jacks or anything fun? Do you want a kendo stick fight? We have kendo stick. The inevitable.
He's a weirdo.
Uh-oh. Battle Royal, maybe?
For what? Who?
Well, that was Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
And he said congratulations, so...
To a baby.
Oh, he had a baby. Did they have
Baby.
a baby?
They had their baby. Remember you were showing just
The
pictures of how
pregnant,
pregnant
yeah.
she was? They had their
Aw.
baby this
Well,
weekend.
yeah, definitely congratulations. That's awesome. No wonder he didn't wrestle.
Exactly. That's what people have said. They had their baby this weekend.
Well, good.
That's the reason why he's not there. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't know.
What?
You should.
She'll go after Gunther?
Yeah. That's what every man wants, is more.
Is what?
More.
Mm. Obviously, Pac McAfee is kissing Gunther's ass after being shut down a week ago during Jey Uso's entrance. Michael Cole tweeting.
Shayna Basler.
Like, we need to scrape the bottom of the barrel tonight for some entertainment. This'll work.
Is she going to be with Zoey? Yep. Shayna and Zoey.
Richard Long Sniffer or Dick is in the chat, says, if I had the choice between a wet fart or Sami Zayn, I'm choosing the fart.
Right.
It's unfortunate, but true.
Sad but true. You gotta be. You can't give me a team to cheer for?
Yeah. Do you think that Indy Hartwell and them will lose again? If they don't win against the
Oh,
Kabuki
absolutely.
Warriors?
They're gonna get their ass whooped.
Well, they should, I guess. I don't know.
They're losing this match. There's no way Zoey and Shayna lose. I'm literally like 75% sure.
It's funny. Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes are like, we'll be standing face to face. And it's like, yeah, they will.
Because they're both
they're
tiny.
the same size. They're so short.
Terrible.
What is that? Chicago?
Just when there's mass shootings and stuff like that. Is he the new Shaun White?
Was he a skateboarder too?
Shaun White? Yeah, he's skateboard and snowboarder. He was a gold medalist in bowl. For all I know, he's probably still doing snowboarding.
Oh.
Those kind of sports, like, you can just keep
I thought
going.
he was done last year. Or last
He could have
Winter
been.
Olympics. I thought that was his last one, wasn't it?
It probably
I
was.
think they talked about it because we watched it. And they said something about this would be his last one. He was retiring.
Did you see Homeboy?
Who's
It
Homeboy?
wasn't him, but it was another Homeboy. He was riding a bike in a half pipe. Have you seen that?
No.
Like, so he had, like, you know what a pool looks like?
Did he die?
No, I'm telling you a story.
Oh,
if you
okay.
listen. So you know what those round pools look like that they skateboard in, like at a park?
Mm-hmm.
They built one of those and hooked it up to a hot air balloon, and took him, and he rode his bike in it. Like, would catch air,
That's kind of
come back down.
That'd be terrifying. A hot air balloon.
With a big
Do
old...
you know that those hot air, they like get pushed around quite a bit in the wind.
Right?
Like they will not let you go up in them if it's windy.
I can't show you because
Like,
I left
at
my
all.
phone out there, but yeah, you can look it up. I'm like, what? He was doing rail slide because there's metal rails across the... He'd get up on those and rail slide it. So if he just went like that, he'd fall out. And then he'd drop back in.
Did he have a parachute on?
I think so.
You'd have to.
He might even have jumped off at the end. I don't know. I didn't see that part. For all I know, he could have.
You have to have one of those little parachutes that they do when they jump off of like tall bridges and shit. You know, like what are those guys? What do they call those guys?
Base jumpers?
Yeah, base jumping.
Mhm.
You'd have to have one of those.
Violence. Violence. That's like the perfect meme. Need to record that. Get it started before it gets popular.
The little bunnies
Violence,
with a whole bunch of
violence.
weapons. Violence! 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 They have like cute little voices.
There'll be a fight here pretty soon on something. Violence, violence. Pizza the what?
Is that like from something?
Yeah, it's just what you say.
Mm.
What?
They got a fancy upgrade.
How controversial.
What kind of comment? What's that?
Ugh.
Oh no, at least I can say words.
No team, right? No team will ever beat the Kabuki Warriors. They'll
just
they'll
go
have
out
to
there
put
and yell at
together-
people in Japanese.
They'll have to put like Rackrod and Rhea together to beat them or something. I'll fly in a private jet there with you. All right. Well, this match is underway. We got the Pixie in there with the Dixie chick or whatever, Shayna Basler. Zoey Stark's
this
knocked
whole
down to the
match
floor.
is a wet fart.
You have to change your underwear.
Hmm?
You have to change your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
I used to so I would flip to NXT every blue moon. This is before we started doing it on our channel. You know.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that Candice LeRae, she's like what's her name? Alexa Bliss. I was like, she looks like a lot like Alexa Bliss. Like she's gonna be all pretty and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong. Like she's not even close. She's not even a dollar store version.
She's a 3-bagger.
She's not terrible. I'm just saying she's not blister.
Nicole's like, just checking on you. Yeah, we're still here. We didn't
Oh
go.
yeah, we don't leave. I mean, if we could, we would.
I mean, we might die on here. Not sure what anybody would do about it, but...
Gotta finish the show before we can call 911.
Dick says, I heard Vince's new finishing move on WWE 2K24 is the Cleveland Steamer.
Poor Vince. He's gonna be the butt of all jokes. And now Stephanie's in trouble. Because all the women, like the old wrestlers and stuff, are saying that Stephanie not only knew about it, but she was like a part of it.
Not surprising.
Which
What
means,
did I say? Oh my gosh,
which
no way.
means Triple H was her
part of it.
husband. So, yeah, you might as
He
well...
was part of it too. Start investigating his ass. How many did he do that to? How many is he still doing it to? Anyways, Pico's like, more great booking, I see. Oh, yeah, totally.
This is some terrible
She's,
shit right here.
part of the Bucks' old promotion. Ah. If you didn't recall, she's tagged with all Dick Flipper McGee. Oh, did she? That's funny. And Chris says, oh, shit. Raw coming to Houston on March 11th. Might go. You better go get your tickets now, Chris.
She's already tapping. She didn't go down before she tapped. Indy's shit. She has nice legs and a butt. But other than that, she's shit. What's the old saying when they have long legs? Their legs go all the way up and make an ass out of themselves.
Basically.
And there's Drew Mack.
Chris says, here comes Drew, the Scottish ass hat. He seems very pleased with himself.
It's because he won. All he does is win, 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 no matter what. Just kidding. He's been losing so much lately, I didn't think he was going to win.
People are right. She's a cutie. Not bad to look at. Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
Chris is like DM Hunk versus CM Punk. Oh, gee. Chris, you're weird.
DM Punk.
DM Hunk.
Well, when Punk comes back, I'm sure that's who he's going to wrestle. Unless they do it with Seth.
Right.
But it wouldn't be for the title, which would be okay. Oh, jeez.
What the fuck? Oh, God. The dog. Did you see the dog?
I didn't.
They have dog below me.
Because everybody was so excited.
But it was like really slow. Because, you know, it's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's fake. Because a dog can't hula hoop. So it's on his back legs and it's hula hooping, but it's going like this. It's like so slow. Like, what the fuck? They come up with some weird shit on these. Oh, God.
Roadhouse. There's a new Roadhouse coming out. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Roadhouse?
You excited to watch it?
Hmm?
You excited?
No.
I'll watch it.
Is it a movie or is it a series?
Movie. Pizza the what? Tic Tac bar. Kit Kat bar.
The Kit Kat bar?
Tic Tac bar.
A Tic Tac bar? Why do you want a bar full of mints?
Right.
It's creepy.
Make your mouth bleed.
Chunky. And crunchy. And weird crunchy.
Remember, I was dating this, I wasn't dating, that would have been the wrong word. I had a girlfriend in junior high, and she was like this really, really, really good Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at a party,
Mm-hmm.
and we were all high and drinking, and she showed up, and I'm like, and so I took a whole thing of Tic Tac and put it in my mouth, and was like chewing on them, and it like burnt my mouth.
Yeah.
Like I had like ulcers in my mouth, whatever word you'd use, like burns basically, canker, so whatever word. It was terrible. I was like, she might want to kiss me.
It's funny.
Skadoosh! I used to say that all the time. It's funny that he says it. That's from like my era, our era. Skadoosh!
The highest attended. Well, it's because of how big their stadium is, you dumb shits. They're like, it was so big. Like, there was just so many people
they
in
always got to
attendance.
deal with something, right? Like, it was the biggest, or it was the most watched, or it was the most tweeted. Chlamydia.
They're like, let's show the highlights from the men's. They're like, there was like 4 good parts.
Right.
Now, boring. As Dick says, long live Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the original Roadhouse.
Yeah, this is like a totally different, even
It's
plot.
like, could you imagine if they redid Tombstone? Dude, it'd be fucking weird.
Who
Like,
would you do it
oh,
with?
I
That
know.
would be so hard.
It'd be just wrong on so many levels of wrong.
It's
That's why I'm like, ugh, Jake Gyllenhaal and Roadhouse is like, ugh, like it's like so. I don't even know what. To
I don't
say.
know. So I don't put Patrick and Val Kilmer's like. To me, they're not even close to each other. I don't like. I mean, I like Patrick Swayze, but
I just think it's weird because of how he portrayed the character, and Patrick Swayze, you know, did stuff like Jake Gyllenhaal's never. He's goddamn
He's in
fucking
a
Fred
fight-
from fucking Scooby Doo, for fuck's sake. That's not him.
No,
Oh, that's
that's
Freddie
Freddie
Prinze.
Prinze.
That's right.
Jake Gyllenhaal's done a movie where he's a fighter.
Is he?
I don't know if he can fight, but he's kind of like Bill and Ted, John Wick.
Yeah.
There's no way you would think of that dude as a fighter,
Yeah, but he was in Matrix and did stuff like that.
right?
So it's a little bit different.
Because they're DX.
DIY.
Regeneration X. The Miz isn't even tall. You know what I mean? Like, if you saw The Miz around other
I know.
wrestlers, he's not tall. Here comes Drew Mack.
He's bringing his TV. Does it have any cords on it? No.
Is it wireless? No. Regeneration X. He looks like he's ready for business.
I'm gonna say this much. Drew McIntyre is like that guy who's aging well.
Mhm.
Like a fine
I get it.
bourbon. He just, like, when you see him from earlier in his career, you're just like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
As he's gotten older, you're like, oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, he's a man.
He's like, that's the kind of guy you want to see on those romance book fronts.
Right.
Just saying. The only reason why I can say that is because I used to read them because my mom read them all the time.
Rollins is just a smaller version of Drew. Talks a little better, but not a lot better. Drew can pull off a promo.
Piccolo says better be some wrestlers in the new Roadhouse. Like there was in the old one.
Mm-hmm. Terry Funk was in there, and others. He was the most memorable for me.
Is he that big tall guy that's like a bouncer in another show or something? Or was that a different guy?
No, that's Kevin Nash. We did it. There's the cheers. Should be a good one.
Dick says Jake Gyllenhaal played tummy sticks on a mountaintop with a dude. Oh, that's right. He was that guy. Gross.
Oh, that bareback? with one kid that killed himself, huh?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yeah.
Chris says, F Drew, man, he's fucking crybaby. That way I feel like he got a push. His contract was about to expire. And then Drew wins. That's some H virtue signaling garbage.
Boo.
Terrible. Well, mean.
Oh, hopefully he has some shorts on. Look, he's doing the CM Punk. He's sitting in the middle of the ring. Don't shoot up my kilt, you perv.
Janelle says my sleep schedule is all messed up ever since Saturday.
Oh, I bet, too.
Yeah,
I
you
felt the
stayed
same.
up, so that's different. Piccolo says that would make sense. Chris says crybaby crew, Drew, Punk, Liv, Rollins. The crybaby crew. My. Dick says Terry Funk was the fight coordinator for Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Chris says can't forget about the Cody Cucks. Yeah, those guys. A bunch of crybabies. We got told that a lot.
Yeah, the Cody Crybaby.
They embrace their crybaby-ness, though, so meh.
Look at this outfit. Jesus Christ.
Is it purple?
Look how big the
Burgundy?
legs are. You could fit 2 people in each leg.
Yeah, he wore the same kind of pants the other day.
Love it. No more of
It's
those
like
tight
a-
pants.
It's like the old school.
Yeah, skater pants.
It's like old school skater pants or the shit the goths would wear.
Mm-hmm.
The Brady Park people.
The Brady Bunch. Sever, they let you know that they had pants on because they would have their boots out. They like those combat boots.
Yeah, he's got boots.
Hmm.
See him?
Because the one kid that had the chrome boots,
Mm-hmm.
and he always wore the chrome on all of his clothes, and I called him RoboCop. And he never got mad at me for it, but I was like, hey, RoboCop.
It's so funny because it wasn't really bullying. It was like acknowledging he even existed. He probably was like all freaked and weirded out by it. Like, why does a jock know who I like calling me that? That's weird.
RoboCop.
But he probably can't say anything because he probably watched that fucking movie and was like, I like RoboCop.
I liked RoboCop. The Brady Bunch. I got a Brady
Okay,
Park,
buddy.
so we call them the Brady Bunch. Kids are
Right.
funny. They took bullying out of school, and the only thing that went up was school shootings.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Literally.
shoot up the school when you're locked in a locker. You know what it tells you is it wasn't the bullies doing the shooting. It was
Nope.
the nerds. And you know how you
Yep.
know? Because only nerds write manifestos.
Yes.
a bully isn't gonna write a manifesto.
They aren't gonna say shit. They're not gonna write shit down. They don't even do their homework, for fuck's sake.
Ugh.
They make other people do their homework. What are you guys talking about?
San Jose, the Sharks. You've been there, haven't you?
San Jose?
Yeah.
No. I've never been to San Jose.
You didn't go through San Jose?
No. No. We were north of like San Francisco.
Right. What? That's just
But
south
not-
of San Francisco.
Yeah, we never went south that
It's
far.
at the U. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's where like Santa Clara is.
No. It was north of.
Mm.
I mean, maybe when I was a kid, like, because we did go to California for some weddings and went to Disneyland and shit.
Mm.
So, I mean, San Jose could have been in that vicinity. We
Yeah,
went
it
to
depends on how you
SeaWorld,
went through.
But I don't know. I was 8, dude. I didn't care. You know? Worst part about that whole trip was having to sit in the back seat with Grandma to California. It was horrible.
I want Seth's outfit. That's the first time I've ever said that.
You want his outfit?
I'd wear that shit. And go with my D&D character. I need to get me a hat and a kilt thing or a cloak.
Cape?
Mhm.
Cloak?
I've got a wand somewhere.
You're weird.
Get you a battle axe.
Oh, God.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Weird singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need it in your life.
Yeah, why are you trying to help out? You should go talk to Becky.
Right? I don't care if they're on fire.
I would not pee on them.
I
He
wouldn't
sounds like
pee on him.
Scrooge McDuck.
Makes sense. I mean, isn't that where he was?
Mm-mm. I might watch DuckTales. That'd be a fun one to start watching.
Dun, 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 dun. Duckburg. Feels like this Scottish jerk off has a point. He does.
Mhm.
Not that he's not making good points.
So it honestly opens the door for Seth to help Cody lose
Mm-hmm.
to Drew because he helped Cody and got hurt.
Right.
And then Cody wins the title also. Then Seth goes away, gets better,
Has
They-
a chance to get better.
and then comes back.
Right.
In 25, wins the Rumble and challenges Snoop Dogg
Snoop Dogg?
for the television championship that they're going to introduce.
Oh, nice. No. Not the risk.
You might be right.
You might be.
So what's Solo gonna do at Mania?
I don't know. Beat up people.
Just interfere?
Jab a thumb in their faces all the time. He's gonna jab a thumb in their faces.
Hey, that wind finally showed up. It's supposed to be wind warnings all day.
Oh, great.
Now it's here.
It's like, hey, nighttime wind. Love.
It's always nice.
Phil says, I for one want Drew to win a title in front of fans. It'll be refreshing champ for the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be fine. You'll always feel empty inside then.
Chris says what Seth just sounded like.
It's bigger than us.
What
Yeah,
Seth
Drew,
just
why don't you
sounded
help
like
out?
Bray Wyatt when he said, I've been selfish in my career, man. That's how Bray talked. So he says, this past weekend marked WWE Network turning 10 years old.
It's awesome. I had it the whole time.
Well, until they got rid of it in the States.
Yeah, but then we got Peacock. But I remember when I had to cancel it, kind of thing. Because it was gone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, true.
They'll
Then
just
what?
be
You
another
hate them.
bloodline. They'll just be something else. Another faction.
Yep. So it says when the WWE Network first went away, it was weird.
Yes. Definitely miss it. Although I can watch it in other countries.
Take those risks. So he says it took a while for people to get used to Peacock.
Yeah. Well, if you only use Peacock for the wrestling, which is what I do, she used it for Charms and I think The Office.
I don't remember.
I don't remember watching The Office on there. I think we had already watched it.
Yeah. I'm sure I watched something else on it at some point.
I tried to watch that one, San Andreas or whatever, with the hole. I watched like 5 or 6 episodes of that.
Oh, did you?
But I already forgot about it.
You barely even go here.
So when Liv pinned her, I guess I didn't hear it, but I guess the crowd went crazy and started like chanting bullshit.
When they pinned Tiffany?
When Liv did.
Ouch.
Yeah, the Australian crowd did not like that.
I bet not.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Usually Liv has a big following, but they were not happy that Tiffany got beat. Here comes Nia. Ooh, we get to see Liv.
Get broken.
She'll probably win.
Right?
Just kidding. That's not happening. They're pushing this girl too hard. Hey, it's 3-letter words. Against
Nia
3.
Jax? Liv
and Nia.
Liv and Nia.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, but Nia Jax is 3 and 3. Her first name and last name 3 letters.
Yeah, but Liv's just Liv right now, but she is Liv Morgan. Actually, it just said Liv Morgan, so never mind.
Yeah. It's like I use Peacock for other shows and wrestling stuff. Pico says, this is like some GOT speeches, just anticipating the big battle. Pico Pickle says, yeah, tell them about the senior living shows you support there, Sophie. You're silly.
Finally. Roman's turning on, or not Roman, sorry. The Rock's going to turn on Roman.
Right.
I can almost guarantee it. That's what Cody and him were talking about. I love it.
Maybe.
As long as she got out in front. What if you were in the middle?
Right. I can do bigger.
I love the Olympics. Our stupid athletes ruin it.
Ruin what?
The Olympics.
Oh.
Not always, but sometimes. So, I'm looking forward to this Olympics. I just probably won't be watching some sports that I normally would have watched.
Like the women's
Gymnastics isn't happening. I gotta check out this basketball girl. Like, I guess she's just dominant from Iowa or whatever. I don't know her name.
I don't know her name either.
But I mean, they sell out every game.
Yeah.
Her ratings were higher than the Celtics and some other team. I can't remember who it was, but the Boston Celtics and another big team. Her college game had higher ratings than the NBA.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
She's insane. Piccolo says, what happens to your fave sport to watch during the Olympics? Which ones? Are you talking summer or winter?
I mean, track and field, there's no compare. That's the pinnacle of all, right? Who wins the 100 is the greatest athlete in the world. It's always been, throughout history, who won the 100 and who's the heavyweight champion of the world. Those are the two most important things in sports.
True.
Okay, so my favorite's track and field. In the winter games, my favorite is figure skating. And in the summer games, besides track and field, would be gymnastics. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I truly care about in those.
I'm trying to think of something that we try to watch. We watch the beach volleyball, the women's beach volleyball quite a bit too.
Yeah. Swimming. There it is. I knew there was another big one. Swimming.
Yeah.
The men and the diving. But definitely the swimming, it was Phelps for such a long time. But yeah, swimming is awesome too. I knew there was more. I just couldn't think of what it was. And then obviously in the winter, it's your downhill racing. I mean, I'll watch the big jump. The distance jump thing, that huge down. But I mean, I don't know anything about it. The only thing I know about that is they made a movie called Eddie the Eagle. But I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched that movie, so I don't even know what that's about, really.
Right. Pickle says, did you support Phelps and all his accolades?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely love that. Him and Lochte.
My God. The one in the Brazil.
Is that
the Rio de Janeiro one? That guy's a dipshit.
I got jacked or whatever. Did you?
Yeah, lies. He's like, I got mugged on the streets. And then I ran away. All the way to America. All the way to the United States. What a freak. Yeah. Ryan Lockley or Lochte or something like that.
Lochte.
Something like that. Weirdo. No.
Yeah. Definitely was a Phelps fan. There's a weird looking girl that does it now. She's got like a really big forehead.
Yeah.
Bigger than mine.
In the women's.
But she's very good too.
She's good too, yeah.
So I'll definitely be watching her. Women's figure skating in the winter games though is one of the best sports there is. It's the only time I watch it too. The Russians are so dominant, it's ridiculous. But everybody hates the Russians right now, so.
Chris says, do you think Nia Jax is like good on the mic? Like in terms of being a mean hill? Like Bliss, I remember their feud for some reason. They protected both of them. They really didn't go on the mic.
Yeah, no, she's not great. She's not the worst by any means. Like, she's not like Shayna Basler bad, but she's okay. Liv Morgan's terrible.
Pico says, never trust a Florida Gator and their BS. Laughing, right? Chris says, but if they let them do, you think Bliss and Nia Unfiltered would be a good promo battle?
No.
No, Bliss would have, if you let Bliss unleash when she was the goddess and she did all of her talking stuff, she would have run up one side and down the other of Nia and made her cry, probably.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Nia would have, the only thing she could have done is probably flustered and called her names and shit, because that's how Nia probably deals with things. So no, I don't think it would have been a good promo battle.
The only one that can even compete with Liv, or not Liv, but Bliss, if they let her go, is Charlotte.
Yeah.
And that's if they let him go. Well, yeah, that's it. I was going to say Bayley's pretty good, but no, not on that level.
It's a different type of thing. Like,
where they,
Bliss was just phenomenal at it. She she could just
go.
It was just different. It really was. And
there's levels to it, and she was at the top. Charlotte sucked. And then she came around. Once she learned to just be a bitch and be honest.
Oh, definitely.
She came around, and I was very happy for her. Because she was bad at it when she first came up. She was bad at everything when she first came up. She couldn't even move.
Yeah.
Everything was stuttery.
Yep.
Robotic in her movements. Uh-oh. The muffler stretch.
Chris was like, damn, Liv taking punishment. Yeah. We knew this was going to happen. We knew that Liv was just going to get her ass beat. And I'll be surprised how long this actually lasts.
I mean, I'd be surprised if Liv doesn't get some offense. Leg drop. Watch out for her hole. Here it comes.
Oh, missed it. Not her hole.
Her hole's on fire.
Chris says, I keep doing the my hole spot. Yeah.
Here it comes.
Liv's like, I hurt myself throwing myself at her.
It looked like she did hurt her wrist there. Hopefully it's not really hurt. No me gusta.
Calm down again.
His neck looks like so gross from this thing.
I know.
I don't know what to do. Just spray it with water.
Well, we need to be able to like hold him down, clean it up, maybe trim some of the hair around it, and then put some of that wound care on it. Is my guess. We need to probably get it cleaned up.
Doesn't get shit in it from his claws.
Yes. Like, yeah, I stopped him from scratching it like while he's been sitting here.
It doesn't seem like infected.
No, it was, so what happened is it got hurt, then it scabbed, and now the scab's falling off. So all of them are doing that. So like all of his little scabbies are falling off and then they're healing. But if he keeps scratching it, it's not going to heal. Sorry, buddy. Let's see, Pico's like, I could imagine Bliss making a one-time RR return, but never actually a full comeback. Just have the feeling she's done so. Yeah, the minute that she decided to get married and have babies, she's pretty much done. Like, I don't think her body can come back from it as easily.
I think she wanted to be a wrestler to become famous. And once she did, she lost a lot of it. And then she married a rock star. Oh, I wouldn't call him a rock star. I don't even know what his name is.
He's a musician.
She married somebody that was in the industry.
I don't even know if he was in a group that's even worth knowing.
Like NSYNC maybe or something?
No. I mean, like, I don't think he was in a group worth knowing, period. I I know he's supposed to be some musician, but nothing that ever became like, I'm on the radio important, and they had 2 #1 hits or something in their 10-year run.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He has a lot of friends in the industry
that doesn't mean anything. A lot of those people do.
Maybe he's a songwriter. Anyways, I don't know what his name is. Don't really care either
People
way.
says, do you think Carmella is coming back?
She was at Raw last week. I know that because she posted a picture of her her tickets there.
Oh.
In the airport. She looks good.
I think it just depends on how she feels, right? Like, is she a one and done kind of girl? Or is she like, well, I might as well just stay home and let my honey do his thing? And I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on how much she really wants to wrestle again, right? I mean, she's never been like, I don't know, has she ever been a champion?
Oh, yeah. She won Money in the Bank.
Pat McAfee. Just zoom in there on her face. She knows she's in trouble.
There's Liv's offense.
Chris says, I think Bliss said he was in NSYNC. I don't know, dude. You know more than ever I will ever know. Fiola says, I never heard about her and risk stuff like OFs. Risque, right?
No, she doesn't do that.
Chris says, rather see Liv do a Yokozuna bomb on Nia, and people's like, yes, after Bliss, I think. Yeah.
Little neck breaker.
Letting Liv get some stuff in there. She's just climbing high, all right. Second rope is nothing.
I'll have to see if I can get myself a hat. 25% off.
What?
On the site.
Oh.
I just wish I could find the red one that goes with that blue one.
Right.
I don't even know how much I'd pay for it. Like,
I don't know why they don't just have them.
I know.
Like, why did they go, well, we're only going to make a few and that's it. And never do it again. It's like, how dumb is that?
Like, when I see hats on eBay, I'm always like, if I see that on there, I wonder how much I'll spend. Will I spend 80? Will I spend 90? You know,
well, the fact of it is, will anybody sell them? That's the other thing.
I just don't know how much I'll spend. I might spend more.
Right.
Because, I want it. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. See, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to roll away.
Roll out!
You're supposed to just roll away.
Oh, Liv. All right. Uh-oh, what's happening? The man. Disqualification. Nia wins. And we knew Nia would win.
Liv's going to be mad. So mad.
Becky's sticking her nose where it doesn't belong.
Yeah. All the time.
Liv's got to be furious.
Pico says Carmella, before the sex bomb crap, had feuded with Flair on SmackDown when she was repping Long Island still, circa 16 or 17. Chris says Becky copying off Toni Storm when she was first in WWE with the hat. Oh.
Right.
Pico says, no, someone online was saying Bex may be supporting Ashley Massaro.
I saw her comment, but it didn't look that bad.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
Said
she better be
never had
real careful with what she says and does, or she'll be out of a job.
She says she didn't have any negative things happen to her on her way up.
Chris says Paul Heyman walking behind Theory and Waller. Yeah, I saw him in the background walk by.
Oh, walrus tits.
Yeah. He was like, just with the hat. Just with a hat. Oh. that look for? It's a weird look. Pickle's like, ah.
They put Grayson Waller in the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah. Chris was like, oh shit, Ole Anderson rip. Yeah. Walter was talking about it earlier. They gonna Ole Anderson.
I said all this earlier. I didn't know he was still around. Kind of feel bad. He was awesome.
He goes like, there it is, rip Ole Anderson. Chris says, time to call up Brock Anderson. Brock.
That snake really bit him. Randy was so scared of the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, Randy made it so he didn't want to be bitten by the snake at all. He didn't even want to be in the ring with the snake.
Right.
But then he's like, okay, I can do it. He's like, you let that snake bite you first. So Jake the Snake had to let the snake bite it because he thought he literally was trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, show me it's not poisonous. You know, like, or whatever. It's like, oh my God,
Chris says LL Sergeant Slaughter saying, shut up, you maggots. Replace the M with an F. Pico says, like, it's crazy how they phased out Ole and Luger became the fourth member of the Horsemen.
Yeah, they just literally let it, like, within a year or whatever, he was out. And it was Luger then. I wasn't sure if it was Luger or Wyndham that came in next. For some reason, I thought it was Wyndham that came in and then Luger. Either way, it was Luger and Wyndham. They both were a fourth member. They brought in the Muscle. I think it was Luger, because they brought the Muscle in to compete with the Russians. Because Nikita Koloff was so strong that they needed the Muscle in the Four Horsemen. And I know that was part of their idea. But Luger just couldn't carry his weight. And then they replaced him with Wyndham. That makes sense. Luger loved wrestling, but he didn't want to be champion. And so it was hard.
Because you're in a group of people who want to take all championships.
Mm-hmm. And you got to see the size of this dude. Like, holy shit. They called him the total package for a reason.
Pickle, are you going to try that Pizza Hut hot honey pizza? Oh, I need you to try it.
I need to order some.
Pickle says, I remember as a kid hating Savage because when I started watching, he took a bell and hit Steamboat, who had his throat across the guard railing.
Oh, yeah. Times. Totally. So I remember that so well. And so even when I played with my wrestlers, I was always like jumping off the top rope with the bell because I had the ring, you know, so the little blue bell.
You're all using your wrestlers to hit each other with bells.
In the throat.
Yeah. Chris says then
awesome.
Brian Pillman was also Four Horsemen and Benoit.
That doesn't. No.
Pico says, perhaps.
That doesn't count. None of that shit counts.
I think the Four Horsemen died when that older group went away. I don't think you could just replace them.
They tried to keep it together. They had like Benoit and Dean Malenko and it was dumb at that point. It was I don't even think of that as the Four Horsemen. Mm-hmm. Why they kept it going, I have no idea. It's Ole, Arn, Rick, Tully, and J.J. Dillon. That's your Four Horsemen. You can throw Luger in there, and you can throw Wyndham in there.
People's like Mongo McMichael. Psh.
Oh my lord, I forgot about Mongo. Is he still alive? Or did he end up passing? Because he was in really bad shape. He has that multiple sclerosis or whatever.
Oh, he has MS?
And he's so... Like, this dude was a Hall of Fame football player.
Oh,
huge wrestler.
Right.
And now he's probably weighs as much as, April. If not less.
Right.
Poor guy.
Chris is all like, Liv, cry a baby. Liv's gonna beat the crap out of Becky. She's very mad as a hornet.
Okay, next Friday, next Saturday, next Monday. There it is. It's done. There's your main event next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was doing a really good job too.
On your way to the top, Becky. Don't worry about other people. You just step over
you should
them.
step on them all, including her. That's a weird. They're like, so I work in the back with the WWE, and
now she's on
stuff.
the NHL Network.
Yeah, now she's on the NHL. Now she's got her Jackie Redmond show on the NHL Network on YouTube, and her first guest is a WWE guy. Like, what the fuck? Pico says when Barry Windham had turned on Dusty during the Great American Bash, now that was some heel turn.
Oh, yeah.
Chris says, I told you, Becky, politics are way to the top, maybe even under the table. Oh, I don't know about that. Pico says, because they are both Texans and girl, she is statty. Gotta say like Dusty. Black Mulligan were friends, and Dusty promised to take care of his little son.
Blackjack. Which was Barry. And then Barry, sister, married the IRS. And they had a little baby. And he ended up being Bray Wyatt.
People's like, yeah,
Old Blackjack Mulligan.
Okay.
Oh, God!
Oh, Lord.
Why wouldn't Jay just fight Drew for no reason? Why doesn't he go wrestle his brother and leave Raw? Go join the Bloodline. Oh, it's Grayson Waller with his 80s, well, early 90s rap music. I love his entrance music. Why are you throwing water bottles? Did you drop it like it was hot? He just wants to be cool like everybody else. Do you think he needs antibiotics? Ozzy! Oi, oi, oi. So we got Grayson Waller, who had the Grayson Waller effect this weekend. He had Seth and Cody on his show, which was pretty cool. With Austin Theory. Austin Theory was being the Rock. It doesn't matter. But anyways, we got Grayson Waller out there right now, and I think Austin Theory was with him. So should be a good one. Cody's going to come out by himself, and it'll close down the show. So it looks like they're going to make it a pretty long match. So Grayson's going to take it to the limit. Unless the Bloodline's there. Solo could be there tonight. And that might end the show with Jimmy. And then Jay comes out to help Cody. I don't know. It's all sorts of chaos right now. Which is fine. There's no reason not to have chaos heading into WrestleMania. As we're 40 days away. Hi, buddy. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Mania. But I have a feeling that Cody might be in the last match of both nights. He'll main event it on Sunday and then be in the last match on Saturday. But it could be a tag team match on that one. Or it could be one-on-one with The Rock. That could happen. So we could have him one-on-one with The Rock on night 1 and then one-on-one with Roman night 2. That's how you put Cody over. Because Cody will be the hottest thing since Hulk Hogan. Pizza the what? All right. Well, we're just waiting for this commercial to get over. And then we will have Cody and Grayson Waller. But I doubt they'll introduce Cody during the commercial. So when we get back, we get Cody's entrance, which will take a few minutes. And right now we're at the 40-minute mark. So we got 20 minutes left. So it looks like we're going to be right around a 15-minute match, and depending on how they go about it. So I'm sure there'll be another commercial in there too. Yay, Carmelo Hayes and Hermie from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Tomorrow night, gonna go face-to-face on NXT. If you're into NXT, but we are back. Next Monday, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and then we also have Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. So that's two big matches right there. Pay-per-view worthy matches. Cat decided to lay on my lap. Boom. All right, here comes Cody. Here he comes. In his badass robe jacket. Looks like something out of the Nutcracker. Whoa! Oh! From Atlanta, Georgia, the grandson of a plumber. It's Cody. Mr. Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cody Rhodes. Woo-hoo! There he goes, giving his weight belt to a little kid. I have a bad feeling about this match. I feel like we're going to get some interference since we got to see Paulie dangerously in the back. Old Cody. Yeah, he's looking forward to fighting Dwayne The Rock, the movie star, former wrestler, who is kind of back wrestling now, although it's probably just for a minute. One match. One and done. Maybe. All right, Grayson Waller, Cody Rhodes, we are underway. There's the bell. Got about 16 minutes. There she is. You know her, right, buddy? He'll be on your lap in about 13 seconds. Cody's a 93. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
I didn't look. I just glanced over and saw it like it was instant. He very was disrespected, and that's why he wanted to fight Cody.
Because he was disrespected on his show.
It was just disgusting what they did. Very disrespectful to Grayson Waller.
Oh, especially in his home country.
Yeah. I mean, he was trying to, koala bears and all the
I would think
all
he'd
the
be more
jumping
mad at
marsupials.
Austin Theory, 'cause he's the one that started kind of all the crap.
What are those marsupials that jump? Kangaroos.
Kangaroos.
Those things.
Kangaroos.
Dingoes.
Chris said Waller versus MJF promo battle. Who wins? I say MJF because he has the upper hand, plus he can make accent jokes.
Yeah, he'd probably be fine.
Pickle says when UWF and NWA merged, Sting was Bart Simpson's Surfer Sting, and he was tagging with a young Rick Steiner and hot stuffed Eddie Gilbert.
Yep.
He's like, oh my god, the names back then. Rick Steiner, the dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah. He was one of my absolute favorites.
Chris says, yeah, on paper, Cody is like Hulkamania in terms of merch and marketing, also like Luger with the Lex Express. Piccolo says, if you had to name 3 of the worst tragedies in pro wrestling, what sticks out for you?
Benoit is number 1. As a tragedy goes, the other 2 are what's his name? The guy that got murdered in Puerto Rico. And then I didn't know Homeboy. I didn't watch WWF at the time, but Owen Hart falling from the Owen Hart falling. Those are my 3 that I would say. But obviously Benoit's got to be number 1. I don't even think it's close. But there's some other ones out there. There's, like, what's his name? That brute. Fuck, why can't I think of anybody's name? Anyways, the big steroid dude, Dino Bravo? Dino Bravo got murdered by, like, the Mafia or something. Got shot, like, 1,000 times, 100 times, something like that.
Pickle says, it was sort of funny, that Grayson Waller effect. If you think about it, Cody is Hogan and Seth is Savage shaking hands to unite.
The Mega Powers.
Chris says, Cody cucks sing along in full force. Chris, do you not like Cody? Pickle says, Cody versus The Rock. Meh. Yep, bloodline shenanigans. They need to accelerate the heat. Seems about right. I have the worst allergies. Pollen season is in full effect. I'm sorry to hear that, dang it. Chris says Eddie Benoit, probably Ashley, if proven true. And also Jimmy Snuka murdering his wife, apparently.
Yeah, there's some pretty gross ones out there. I'm just saying,
worst tragedies in pro
like
wrestling.
Death.
I don't think that the Ashley stuff is really that true, and I don't really feel like it's the worst tragedy in pro wrestling, personally.
I mean, it sucks that she took her own life and didn't seek help, therapy-wise, for the things that could have happened. Whether they did or didn't happen, she obviously believed it.
She
So
obviously had mental issues that she should have went to a counselor for, and the fact that her friends didn't push her towards that, I blame her friends for being the way they are.
She needed help. Whether it's true or not, if you believe that it's true, your body reacts that if it's true.
Yeah, it'll act to it like it's a trauma. Because your brain will think it.
Yeah, your body doesn't know the difference between a thought and reality. That's why we have two brains.
Picola says, yeah, I think with the recent movie, moved the Von Erich tragedies, moved it up for me. Well, yeah, because a lot of it, nobody knew behind the scenes things that were really happening. If that's true. Like, if every, what they kind of depicted in the movie was truthful events and stuff. Like,
well, Kevin's still alive.
Of their family and stuff.
Right.
And I wouldn't imagine that he would, but, that's the other point, right? That's only his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will ever know what the other kids' perspective of it was. That's just Kevin telling you that that's what he saw happen. And I'll tell you this much, just from having siblings, if anybody else out there has them, you can talk to your sibling and it will be like you were raised in a completely different fucking household. Like, you will have completely different memories. You'll have different, not just memories, but things that happen to you or how you see perceptions of things. All that is
recollection.
Completely different. Even if you're not that far away, like my sibling's only about 3 years older than me, and our memories and perceptions of our childhoods and the household we were raised in are almost polar opposites in some ways. Like, we can't even sit down and have a conversation about our childhood because of it. Recollection, thank you, people. That was kind of the word I was looking for. Recollections of stuff. So yeah, Kevin's alive, but it's his recollections, his memories, his perception, and who's to say that that's what happened with his siblings? What happened to him? He's going off of what he thinks he saw and how he felt and what happened to him and how his dad treated him. Now, I'm not saying that his dad wasn't a douchebag and treated his whole family like that. He probably did. But he can't talk for all of them, right? That's my biggest thing about it is I'm not saying that his dad's probably was a contributing factor to a lot of the things
Crossroads
that in that household.
What time is it?
Damn, he caught him early. It's
so
not
there's still
even
8
done.
minutes left.
Yeah.
The bloodline's showing up.
Something's gonna happen.
I mean, we saw homeboy in the back.
Yeah, Polly poo-poo head, Twinkie tits, wobbling walrus. But I mean, that's just something that, how I see it. But I'm not saying that I'm not taking away from the tragedies by any means, but it does bring to light a lot more things within their family that are questionable and kind of disgusting, right? I mean, even if it was just Kevin's memories and what his recollections are,
There he is.
Can only imagine.
Walrus tits. Or Twinkie tits.
Twinkie tits, wobbling walrus. Oh, look. He's got a backup. I don't know why.
Weirdos.
He's like, I better get me a chair just in case
watch
I get
your back,
attacked.
Cody.
Want to give me a mic?
Is that the bloodline security?
I don't know. Chris says also China is definitely a tragedy. Pickle says, and I think about Eddie Guerrero all the time. Chris says, yes, her so-called friend isn't really her friend because Ashley's family saying this woman hasn't even talked to Ashley in years. So now things are coming out. That's what Travis and I talked about, that she should be investigated. She should be investigated. Her whole life should be ripped apart from the time she was born until today. Literally.
No stone left unturned.
Exactly.
Talk to old classmates and
like everything about her should be investigated. Everything. Every lie she's ever told, every action she's ever done, every job she's ever held, everything. Everybody calm down.
Jessica. Oh,
Pico says, right, exactly. Recollection is a lot different. Chris is like, Polly, and Pico says, dang, he's wearing that blue pinstripes. Don't you owe me money? Right?
yeah, but Owen Hart falling from the roof is terrible. Obviously, Benoit murdering his family
Right.
is terrible. But yeah, there's others.
Yeah.
The Snuka thing, murdering somebody, is not proven.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they took him to trial again when he was like 80 or whatever.
Murdering his wife, apparently.
I thought it was a girlfriend, but yeah, either way. It happened in the 80s, and they took him back to court, but then he died. And I'm pretty sure he got acquitted this last time, too.
Right. They don't have any evidence.
I don't think so.
Greg brothers are the worst oos.
Blah, 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 blah. The Rock won't.
That black kid that's just in the audience, like right behind. Look. Oh, he's one of the security guys.
Right.
His face is just like.
He's completely indifferent. He's like, why am I at wrestling? Look
like,
at the other guy next to him.
Like, why am I here? Like.
His eyes, too. His eyes tell a whole story.
Right.
They give a background.
Why am I here? Chris says, that's what happens when you lie, LOL, dumb fuck.
Not happening.
Or?
Well, Cody got a chair, so he's going to sit down and he's going to demand a match.
Or what? Or else what? Phil says, if there were a mashup of WWE and GOT, is Heyman Littlefinger? Maybe. Game of Thrones on WWE matchup. I don't know what he would be.
Yeah, we were fans of The Rock. He doesn't have that worry anymore.
He doesn't have a what?
That worry anymore.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Yeah, come and get me. This is fun.
What's security gonna do something? Like, I don't
Oh
know.
my god. That person, you suck and you suck and you suck. That person over there.
Kill Dwayne. Or no, what was it? Kill The Rock or whatever.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my god. May I enter? No. That's rude.
That's rude.
This is my ring. They're not even wrestlers.
They're
Good luck.
just security guys. That guy's pants are all weird. Look
Yeah.
at his pants.
His grandma hemmed them for him. Oh, my grandma used to do that shit to my pants. Pick up the chair and throw it at him. Like, if it was real, right? You just grab that chair and hit one of them as hard as you could. Because then it's 2-on-1. Yeah, it does. There you go. Oh, fuck!
A poor kid.
Crossroads.
He's like all out there just standing there like, I know what's coming and I don't know if I want to do it.
You're supposed to block the chair with your hands and hit him right in the fucking
Poor
face.
kid.
He's like, oh shit, that came a lot harder than I thought it was going to. Call Roman Reigns. He's calling both of them at the same time. Yeah, with Seth.
Jeez.
They should have Seth walk up behind Twinkie Tits.
Picola says, hello, that one guy in the stands when Paul is walking backwards. I'll have to watch him. He's cosplaying as The Rock. I didn't catch him. I was looking down.
Oh, God. More security damage.
Oh, no. The poor security guy should
The
just
other
stay
kid's
down.
like, God damn it, I have to get up and
He's
fight.
like, oh, fuck. Oh.
Oh, thank God he
He's
doesn't
like,
throw
he
a
just
chair at
kicked
my
me. He didn't
face.
throw a chair. Oh, I get thrown out, though.
How'd you get the black eye, Cody?
Like, well, I had a chair to the face.
The greatest moment
I
of
was
my life.
supposed to block it, but I forgot. Chris says, "Oh great, Cody hunting bloodline like Frankie Kazarian was elite hunter in AEW." Because like he
Live
even
Friday.
pointed his hand in the air, pointing with a finger. That's funny.
Oh wow, they went over tonight.
Yeah, not very much, but a little bit. That's too funny.
Do you think he needs antibiotics?
I don't know. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight for Raw. Watch some of the fallout from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this weekend. They didn't have a lot of stuff, but we did get to finish or bring some other storylines to light tonight. We'll see kind of what happens with Nia Jax and Becky and stuff like that. Because Becky's going to go up against her next time because she's mad. She's real mad. And now we're going to see what Liv's going to do because she was actually kind of winning and got screwed out of the opportunity to actually win. So that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
What else was it? What else was it that happened that like was relevant? I guess Shayna Basler and them, they got their stuff for that. And yeah, so that happened, but
Zayn won, and then he fought.
he didn't fight anybody in the back. He walked by Gunther, and people were like, "Oh, Herman Gunther." Yeah. But we did have Gunther out there, and Judgment Day came out, and Dominic supposedly going up against him and whatnot. So there's that too. I don't know when that is. Anyways. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, everybody. Have a good start to your week.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap. Bye-bye.
Bye.